In this video, I'm going to talk about the universal law of wisdom and how you can use the universal law of wisdom to grow consciously and awaken spiritually. Wisdom has been pursued by humans for ages, but true wisdom, the one that leads to spiritual awakening, goes far deeper. Universal law of wisdom says that all the experiences in life, including challenges, happen for you to learn from and grow from consciously. In other words, all the challenges that you encounter in life are there for you to learn your lesson and move on to the next level by not reacting to it emotionally. After all, emotions are what manifest negative experiences and problems to us in life. So the key is that when you're experiencing a particular problem, if you notice, it's a reoccurring problem that happens to you in a different form periodically, and it's your negative reaction to it, stress and fear, is what's attracting the same problem back to you in your reality. So the key is not to react to a challenge emotionally and neutralize the negative emotions associated with that particular problem. For example, when I was going through one of my biggest financial setbacks in life, I was aware of this, so I did not let myself react to the problem emotionally. Of course, it was not easy. There were times where I wanted to complain, I wanted to nag and react negatively. But I kept in mind that this is happening for a reason, that I manifested this in my life. I need to not react to it negatively and instead treat the problem with curiosity, asking questions. What is it in me that's manifesting this reality? And what can I do to neutralize my negative emotions around it, not continue with the same negative belief system that created this problem? So I stuck through it. I did my best not to complain about it. I meditated a lot. I did a lot of release work, working on the negative emotions, frustration, fear. And of course, I got through it. The problems pass. So in the future, if I manifest or when I do manifest a similar problem, it won't be as severe and as painful. Another very important area that you can use this tool is relationships. You notice that you often encounter the same kind of toxic relationships, whether it is at work or in your intimate life. Um, you see the same kind of reoccurring pattern that involves other people, somebody not letting you do your job or attracting people who are toxic and drag you into that toxic downward spiral. So ask yourself the question, what is it in me that is manifesting this situation that's making me a match to this toxic environment? And notice that within you, whatever pattern it is, it may be your insecurity that makes you tolerate that toxic circumstance, or it can be your there is nothing better out there for me, so I have to settle, which of course is rooted in insecurity, and work on that limiting belief and limiting emotion. For example, if you manifest toxic relationships in your intimate life or friendships, what is that quality that triggers you in another person? And then try to find that quality within you or the opposite of that quality. This is also called shadow work. based on Jungian psychology. And also therapists use this tool. It's called positive reframing. After you go through that process of positive reframing, which is the same thing as learning a lesson or a message that is in there for you, then this problem will no longer show up in your life. And this will mean that you will have grown beyond that negative pattern. So if you experience a person who is manipulative, either in a workplace, amongst your friends, ask yourself, in what way am I not using the same trait, the same quality that I already have? That whatever quality and trait we suppress or deny within ourselves, that quality will show up in other people and in how they treat us, so that, and it triggers us, and that's how you know that it is a quality that you have suppressed or repressed within yourself. You become triggered by that quality, and then you learn from it. For example, I always hated manipulative people. I did not respond to manipulation well. Either I felt controlled by someone through manipulation, or being told what to do. I never liked that. So I always reacted. So then I decided, what is it about this trait, manipulation, that makes me so reactive and stressed? Then I discovered that while I don't like to be manipulative and manipulate other people into doing something that I want to do, that I want them to do, I realized something very important and learned a lesson. That manipulation is a quality of trying to do indirectly, affect or influence someone to do something for you, or try to influence someone into doing something that you want them to do, instead of being direct about it and asking directly. Well, I always said, well, why don't they just ask directly, or why don't they make their intentions open? The truth is that manipulation is the toxic side of the coin that has leadership as its opposite. Leadership is responsibility. Leadership is leading others to doing something for the common cause or for your own self. So I realized that I was not taking charge when it was necessary. I did not like to tell people what to do, to direct them, to command them. And because of this, I have rejected promotional positions that required being in charge of others and telling others what to do, because I saw it as negative. Then I realized that by doing this, I am becoming a vibrational match to circumstances where I feel manipulated by others, being told by others indirectly what to do. So with this, I learned a lesson, and I promised myself that I would no longer shy away from initiatives, and that I would fully accept the responsibility and execute on it. I'm happy to say that so far I have not manifested manipulative people anymore. And even if I do, I'm no longer triggered, and I know how to navigate myself around such situations. So we see the universal law of wisdom here at play. Try it. You can start with a small and then take it from there and learn your lesson. The qualities that will help you navigate the law of wisdom successfully is awareness and openness. So before reacting, stop and ask yourself, what is this situation teaches me? What am I supposed to learn from this? about myself, my limiting beliefs, and my emotions. Because our limiting beliefs and our toxic beliefs are what trigger our emotions. Emotions and our beliefs are directly connected with each other, and the emotional charge that exists already within you as a result of this negative belief is what makes you triggered and react. So whether it's a financial situation or relationship issue, stop and ask yourself what lesson is there for you to take, and then apply that back to yourself. You can use journaling and write down about that particular emotion that arises with this problem, would be a very helpful tool. The universal law of wisdom also helps you learn about perspectives and develop a perspective. This is particularly helpful in relationships. Being open to notice what new perspective is there for you to learn from a particular situation is a valuable tool for spiritual growth. After all, some of us in life have problems because of missing information or because of lack of perspective. So applying the universal law of wisdom will help you develop a new perspective as well as gain new information about yourself. So you can apply this in your family relationships, in your workplace, in your financial area, in your business, and so on. For example, if you keep trying and failing in your business endeavors, then sit back and ask yourself, what specific emotions is this failure triggering within you, and then work on those emotions. Apply different techniques, whether it's meditation or journaling or simply awareness, will help you loosen up those emotional ties to that negative experiences. Simply awareness will be enough to help you loosen up some charge around this emotional trigger. Of course, it's much better if you use some kind of tool um, for releasing negative beliefs. You can look up different techniques. You can use affirmations. As I always advise, affirmations are best when they are used involving your body, whether it's during your walking meditation or during your workouts. It's when you engage your whole body. Your kinesthetic element is what helps release those negative charges, emotional charges, even faster. Experiment with this tool and apply in all the areas. The universal law of wisdom erases karma. Wisdom erases karma. Of course, we cannot change the universal laws. The law of attraction, the law of rhythm and vibration, the law of polarity are at play at all times. However, they can be changed only through leverage. So, using the universal law of wisdom to leverage the law of attraction or the law of rhythm and vibration will help you manifest your desires better and help you evolve spiritually. For example, if you have a negative point of attraction around money or around getting the job of your dreams, you attract what emotion, what beliefs, what vibration you have. Of course, the law of attraction responds to it according your own level of vibration and energy, which are a result of your emotions. But through the law of wisdom, you will be able to reduce the charge, negative charge, and change your point of attraction. So if you neutralize the emotion of I'm not good enough, for example, or there are no good jobs out there right now because of the economy or whatever your excuse might be, when you reduce the emotional charge, then your point of attraction changes, then your vibration becomes higher, and you will become a match to a more positive circumstances, including a job or relationships. Of course, as with everything else, it is a process. The emotional charges that are triggered within you, as well as the intensity of the circumstances, will be more and more reduced in future manifestations. So gradually you will shift. And of course, the only long lasting and permanent changes are the ones that happen in small bits and pieces, and the ones that happen over an extended period of time. And of course, you can also support this idea through neuroscience. Your belief systems are neural pathways that are hardwired within you. These neural pathways of negative beliefs are connected to each other through electric wiring that are reinforced by negative emotions. So when you no longer react negatively to circumstances in your life, these wirings within these neural pathways will weaken more and more, and over time will be completely eliminated. That's when acquiring new beliefs come into play. You choose new beliefs. For example, I am a match to my dream job, um, and I manifest my next great career with ease, regardless of the economy. So when you reinforce this idea in your mind, that will be formed as a neural pathway, and back it up with strong positive emotions, or at least weakened negative emotions that you have worked on, then you will change that belief for forever. And of course, you can always acquire new beliefs and add to new mindset. I just explained how you can use the law of wisdom to learn from your mistakes and negative experiences in life, and grow from them spiritually, and manifest your desires and grow through them consciously. Try it and see how it works.